pull this oil seal off the bottom of the motor, which goes up here around the hollow shaft itself, which will make room for our steady bushing. We actually have the steady bushing setting on a light just to heat it up a little bit, because it is a pretty tight fit, more of a contact type fit, friction type fit. So by heating it up, we're going to be able to slip that on pretty easy. Just because it's going to be very hot, I'm going to screw the coupling on here and use the adjusting nut to hold it up in place. You're probably wondering why I'm turning this to the left. It's because all shafting on line shaft turbines are left hand, because the pumps run counterclockwise. So what happens when the pump is running, we're actually tightening the shafting instead of loosening it. If you started one up backwards, you can unscrew the shafting and you have a real problem. So we're going to get that steady bushing now. We're going to put it in place. What it does is it takes up the space in the hollow shaft, and so it fits on this ID here fits on the OD of the hollow shaft itself, and then the OD here, or the ID of this inner hole, fits the shafting. So this is 1 3/16. What it does is it centers the shaft perfectly down here, because we don't want much shaft deflection because of the seal faces. This one tended to go up in here just a little bit harder. What you can do then is you can actually use this just like a jack. Put it against it, and because it's nice and square, it'll push that steady bushing up into its position, and it'll be good and straight. You can see how I'm moving it. So it wasn't quite home. And it's up in there all the way now. There's two small little Allen wrenches that hold it in, or Allen screws that hold it in place. And what I'm going to do is let that cool down just a little bit, because as you can see, they are very small Allen wrenches. So you get your fingers up in there to get these things tightened. It is quite a chore, so I want that bushing to actually cool down a little. And once it cools down, it'll hold itself in place. And then I can pull that coupling, and I just use the top adjusting nut kind of as a spacer to hold it up in place. Take the coupling back off. And see if I can find the little area where the set screws are. As you can see, I can rotate that motor rather freely. This is probably the trickiest part of the whole thing, is getting your hands up in here to where you can get the Allen wrench in the hole. And once you get it in there though, you can go ahead and tighten that little set screw.